Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva and this is Harley's channel, actually not mine. She is running somewhere there. The weather is absolutely beautiful, so I decided that today I will film outside, and today we are going to talk about Harley's diet, what she eats, how much she weighs, and all of that. So if you are interested, then please keep watching. So Harley's standard weight is just over 70 pounds and she is 14 months old, or 13 months actually she is 14 months as of next 2 days. Anyway, yeah, her weight is like just over 70 pounds, 72 to 74, and she was always on a smaller side. Her parents are not too big, and as we know, genetics definitely play a big role. So yeah, she won't be a big dog. I know that Dogos Argentinos are growing up to 2 years old, so I'm hoping she will go to those like 80s. Otherwise, who knows, maybe there's something wrong with her. Anyway, what I'm feeding Harley, okay, that's kind of a long story. Harley's breeder, I don't know if this is right or this is wrong, or what's the deal with that. Maybe someone can tell me if this is a proper way of feeding puppies. I honestly don't think so that's a proper way of feeding puppies, and maybe that's why she is so small, because she didn't get a proper nutrition as a tiny baby. So the breeder was feeding her raw, and I'm putting that in this because he gave her a ground chicken from like the store, so you know, that pre-packaged ground chicken, and it just doesn't feel right to me. I didn't know anything about like raw feeding back then, so first thing I bought, it was that raw chicken for her. I don't know, she was just eating like a cup at 8 months, and I immediately introduced kibble, so she was eating oh my god, Purina Pro Plan for blood breeds, and she's been a picky eater from the very beginning. I don't remember how much, you know, 8 weeks puppy, 10 weeks puppy, whatever, should eat, but she would always eat below that. So if it says, let's say, I don't remember really, 2 cups, she would eat like 1 cup or 1.5. It was never the entire advised meal. So once off the bat, she wasn't really getting as much as she should. You could call her picky eater. And then she was 6 months, she got very sick first time. She was eating at that point. The second time she got sick, it was fall, I think. She was vomiting every single meal, and she was still on a kibble. And after going to the vet, you know, it was after a week, and she lost 10 pounds at that point. So that's a lot of weight, and keep in mind that she's always on the lighter side, so she already had so much more to catch up. Anyway, after that I decided that maybe it's time for a change. Maybe that kibble is not a good option. And also, you know, after that vet visit, she already lost 10 pounds, and she would not touch food at all. Like, she would just sniff it and like walk away, and that was so stressful, guys. Like, trust me, because I could see every single rib. Like, when you look at her like from the top, you know, like the shape was like that, like you could see everything. Her ribs are always visible, like maybe not all of them, but I think she looks healthy, you know, overall speaking. But yeah, her ribs are definitely visible. She is also super you know, dog that likes to run and exercise. So yeah, it's really hard for me to keep her, you know, fat her up, even if I wanted to. Anyway, so I went to a raw place for the very first time in my life and bought her a raw performance, okay? I put 2 balls. One was with the raw and one was with the kibble, and was waiting what she would get. And this was like, she was already on medications, on antibiotics, whatever, so she was getting better, and she chose raw. So since then I was feeding her 2 pounds of raw and 2 pounds for at that age. After, I don't know, like a month of the raw performance, it was a little bit too expensive. Raw performance is excellent, but it's kind of pricey, you know. So I found a local supplier who, I don't know, like those are like pre-portioned tubes of 1 pound each. They are frozen. There's like 40% chicken, then there's 20% of beef, liver and organs, right? 20% of beef organs. Then it's some like fish and some vegetables. So it's definitely, I think, good. It has good ingredients and it's so much cheaper. For 60 pounds, I would pay, how much I would pay? $112. So not bad, right? And I would give her the 2 pounds a day, and after that, when I run out, I would simply substitute with the kibble. I changed the kibble to Castro brand, a blue one. You know, there's a fish based, and she's okay with that. I wouldn't say that she eats everything as she should, but you know, that raw, it's quite pricey still. And on top of that, I would still buy that raw performance, like 30 pounds, and just give it like once a week at different proteins, so she doesn't just get used to that one, you know, boring meal. So she's been eating the 2 pounds and the kibble at the end. Once I run out, she would eat the kibble for about, I don't know, a few months. But then, you know, she's growing, she's getting bigger, and I also noticed that the 2 pounds is probably not enough, even that the calculators say that that's the proper amount. I added another pound of the raw, and I must say that this is when she looks best. She's full up, you know, she is not near being big or bulky. She's definitely, you know, thin and slim, but she has muscles, and you know, considering how much exercise she gets, I think she looks pretty good. Okay, now it's what happened recently, okay? That's just freaking crazy. All of a sudden, Harley stopped eating. Like at all. Maybe she would eat like a half of a pound to a pound. And if you feed raw, then you know that once the dog doesn't eat, you have to throw it away, right? Like raw food can just be put in and out of the fridge as you please. You know, dealing with the raw food, it's very important to not to make it spoiled, because there is bacteria growing and whatnot, right? I don't think so, I have to say that. So all of a sudden, Harley stopped being picky. She would absolutely not touch her kibble at all, and she would only slowly transition only to the most expensive raw performance, and it's still, she would only eat like a half pound to a pound a day. So I very quickly noticed that she started losing weight, and here we are yesterday. After a week of this nonsense, we went to a vet, and the vet, after examination her, didn't notice anything being wrong with her, except that she had a low fever. So he gave her something to increase her appetite and probiotic in her food, and that's it. So she is on a day 2. After that medicines, she finally ate a pound in the morning as she should. She left like a little bit, and before she would never leave anything. She really liked her raw food. She would always, you know, lick her lips when I was preparing this and whatnot. So I don't know what the deal is. It drives me crazy, but I really hope that very quickly she will go back to her normal 3 pounds a day. Sometimes even I would just put some kibble on top of that 3 pounds even, and she would still not fill up too much. I wouldn't add any vitamins to her food or anything like that. The only thing I would add to her raw, it was fish oil, and that definitely keep her fur and her skin like shiny and healthy. Like even the vet, like there was nothing wrong with her ears, nothing wrong with her eyes. She's definitely a beautiful dog. You can see the muscles on her. She looks perfect. Like I'm getting compliments on her look all the time. Whoever we meet at the walk always it's like, what a beautiful dog. And I must say she is really beautiful. I wish she would be a little bit bigger, you know, like 80-90 pounds, but what can I do, right? She is what she is, and what's the most important is that she is healthy and she looks healthy. Right now she is a little bit underweight because she lost weight again once she got sick, but what you can do, right? I'm really hoping that soon enough she will go back to herself and we can go back to our regular activities. I kind of slow down with the walks and exercise so she has the chance to fill up a little bit, not just being so skinny. I can definitely feel her spine over here right now and that's not good, but you know, no wonder like half of a pound a day is not enough. But 3 pounds a day, it's definitely good. Let me know in the comments down below if you have a DOGO Argentino and you feeding raw, how much a day your dog eats. I'm even like considering maybe fill up a little bit more, like 3.5 pounds. I don't know if this would be too much, probably. But yeah, I would like her to be a little bit heavier, like more to the breed standard, because I know she is definitely not. So yeah, she also eats all her treats. Like I'm trying to just get like a liver treats and nothing else, because obviously that's best without any, you know, additives over there, or like a high quality treat if it's not like one ingredient only. I don't buy like a cheap popular treats at all. I always like buy something better. Costco has a good stuff, but also read the ingredients. Harley doesn't have any food sensitivity. However, on the kibble, I did notice that she was losing food like on her paw over here, and once I switched to raw, she is completely fine. I don't see anything being wrong with her at all. So I think this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you will subscribe to my channel. That would definitely help me, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.